Hi, and welcome to How to Be More Productive and Efficient with Specialized Tools in Crescent Link. This first part is brought to you by myself, Matthew, and the second part will be brought to you by Diana here at Geograph. In this first segment, I will be covering equipment templates and field calculations. The benefit of using these types of tools will help you save time while working with your data, reduce errors or typos by replacing manual processes, and help better organize your network. First off, I'm going to cover equipment templates. There are many different ways that you can utilize the equipment templates in Crescent Link. You can create these equipment templates by the type, by the port size, by naming convention, or another system that you choose to create these templates by. And you can also create groups to group these different templates so that you have easy access as you're working through your network. I'm now going to go through a demonstration on how to create equipment templates. First, you're going to pull up your network and you're going to start an edit session. Use the Network Manager tool and select your splice point. And then open up the Network Manager. And as you can see here, there's already a piece of equipment. So we can take this patch panel and save it as a template. And you have the option to save this piece of equipment as a different name, but we're going to save it as how it's been created. But I'll go ahead and show you a different way that you might create a piece of fiber equipment. Say that you use a splitter size 64 throughout your network. That could be something that is useful to be pulling up. So I'm going to name this splitter 64. I'm going to assign it a splitter. And if you know any of these fields are going to be congruent throughout the network, you can go ahead and fill those in and they'll be saved to that template type. So we've saved this splitter 64. Now we'll create it as a template. So now when you right click and look into your fiber equipment templates, this splitter 64 that we just created is available. And to just go one step further, we can create a new fiber equipment and we could just call this group 1. And we can pull this splitter in here and save the group as a template. So now when I load group 1, it will pull in that splitter 64 as well. So if there's a certain collection of fiber equipment that you want to pull over in a group, that is a great way to utilize fiber equipment templates. Next, I'm going to talk about field calculations. These are a great way to convert units, create fiber count constructions, maybe convert sequentials that you have in your data and convert those to footages. And then I'm going to show you how you can automate this process using the attribute assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and start the demonstration. So here you can see we have a footage field, a sequential start field, and a sequential end field. So if I go into the footage field, right click, select field calculator, I already have created a field calculation. And what I've done is the absolute value of the sequential end minus the sequential start. So this will give me the footage difference. And if it's negative, it'll make it positive. And then that'll calculate that for any place that I have a sequential start and a sequential end. Now, the drawback to using this field calculation is that you will have to manually go through and push that calculation each time that you want to update this field using these two fields. Fortunately, we have the attribute assistant which is an Esri add-in that can help us automate this field calculation as we're editing the sequential start and sequential end. So we'll have more information on our site, and we'll also post a link to the attribute assistant to help get you get that set up. But I'll go ahead and show you how it works. So this dynamic value table is a part of the attribute assistant. And the main 4 fields that you have to fill out are the table name, which we want to update the SDM cable, which is linked to this fiber cable feature class. And then the table that the field that we want to update is the footage field. And we want to use an expression value, and the value or expression that we want to use is the same as the field calculation I showed in the previous segment. So now that we have that set up, if I show you while I'm in an edit session, if I entered 10 for start and 20 for end, you'll notice how nothing updates here on the footage. And that is because we need to turn the attribute assistant on in the toolbar. So once we do that, now if I enter 10 here and 20 here, it'll automatically update this footage field. And you may be wondering, okay, well, if I edit these 2 fields, but didn't have the attribute assistant on, is there a way to populate this on the back end? And you can either run the field calculation manually here, or you can use this next button, which is run change rules for selected features. So we need to select the fiber cable, and you can just select the 1 row if you want to. And then once we run this, it updates this field. Thank you for listening, and that has been a tutorial on field calculations and equipment templates.